Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So you guys, I've been out for a couple of days. Actually, I've been out of town. Been in Charlotte with Jax and we were doing a few things. And so now I'm home and I got to tend to my garden. I really have not tended to it the way I want to tend to it. The kids water and do all that. But sometimes, you know, you just got to go out and touch your own stuff. So I'm going to be working out in my garden for a little bit, and I thought I'd bring you guys along. I've got some flowers out there that I actually need to bring inside the house as well. They're sitting out there, and the sun is good for them, but I think they're getting too much sun, and I don't think the kids are watering the flowers. They're watering the garden, but they're not remembering the flowers are part of the garden. We're praying for them. Get my water in. So I'm going to be going out in just a little bit to my garden specifically. And I had a company reach out to me, Lifewit and Lifewit Home. I've worked with them before. I've done a couple things for them before. But they sent me something that I thought would really help me outside. Now, this is probably for inside. I've seen it in laundry rooms. But that is not how I'm going to use it. Okay, look how tiny, right? This is a small, it's a skinny 3-tiered cart, rolling cart. It's a Lifewit wide rolling cart. It has 3 tiers, but it's one of those skinny carts. I've seen it between a washer and a dryer. Now, in my laundry room, there really is not a lot of space to separate the washer and dryer, because if that's the case, I have nowhere to put my trash can. I'm not going to put my trash can in the kitchen. So I'm going to use this outside in my garden. It's actually not going to be outside in the garden. It's going to be on my back porch. All right, y'all. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Now, this is their 3-tiered slim rolling cart. They have it slated for your kitchen or your bathroom. The way my house is situated, and I even thought about putting it in my bathroom, but my bathroom is not set up. Even though I have a master bath, I have an ensuite. It's not. It's just if it were bigger, it might could fit. It's not going to fit in my bathroom. My kitchen is not set up for it either. I've got the waters in there now. I've got the deep freezer in there now. I could put it in the pantry, but it's going to be too tall for the pantry. So also what you could do is put it, like I said, in your laundry room, because they have increased the height between the tiers. So you could actually put a large bottle of your washing detergent in any of the tiers, and it would fit just fine. It is on rollers. It is made out of this durable plastic. Let me show you. Came in this tiny little box, y'all. Which is, it goes for the slim, right? So this is what it looks like. These are all the pieces, the rollers. These are the pipes that put it together. And then here are the themselves, the baskets. The reason I think this would work good for outside is because I'm going to keep it actually on the back porch, but I will need to sometimes roll it into my garden. But it has holes, right? See the holes? So if I needed to, if I got, say, soil or fertilizer or something spilled and I needed to hose it down very quickly, I could hose it down really quickly, let it air dry outside, and I don't worry about the fact that it's going to rust, because this is a heavy plastic. That's a plastic. It's pretty easy to put together. It's just 3 tiers. Normally Jackson does this type of thing for Mom. But hey, Mom will give it a whirl today. Has these little, small little corners, because it's that slim. There's 4 of them. So we're just going to take this. We're going to take our legs, and we're going to put them together. Shouldn't take me more than a few seconds to do it. It's pretty user-friendly. Like I said, Jackson usually does these things for me. See, my bathroom is just not the right space for it. The kids, their bathroom either. Because we just don't have, right? Very simple. Very simple. All right, I'm already I'm already almost there. Look at that. And again, for me, the part that I love is that it has the holes, right? So again, if I get something spilled on this, if I could roll this out to the garden with me. I could put a bowl for if I'm picking veggies by myself, if the kids are not with me, because I don't want to put a bowl on the ground. So I could leave this top one empty, or I could use half of it, put a veggie catch bowl on the top, and just roll it with me throughout the garden. My yard is usually pretty much cut all the time. Mr. Jerome does that for me because he's awesomeness. Let me see. Let me get this put together very quickly, and I'll be BRB. Okay, I'll get you guys to help. Help me. I mean, watch me put it together. Not help me, but watch me. It's a fairly easy install. I'm just putting these legs on. There's 4 legs. Make sure to secure them. Okay. And then the top, which is actually the bottom of the card. I had to get it off my lap, but very, very simple on the install. Okay, last thing that's going on are the feet or the rollers. And I think if you're using this on the inside space, of course, it's going to roll very easily. But this is so lightweight that I'm not going to even worry, because it's going to be on my back porch. So I'll be able to roll it wherever I want to roll it on the back porch. And I spend a lot of time in my garden when I'm able to spend time in my garden, right? I've been traveling, doing a few things. I'm still teaching during the summer. So there it is, all put together. Didn't take me any more than about a minute or 2. Then it does have these top things that you want to put in the top holes just to close them. There we go. So it gives it a nice finished, clean look. This is probably the easiest thing. Normally I'm like, Jackson, come put this together for me. So easy a mom could put it together. There we go. All right. The last thing that comes on the cart, or that we can put on the cart, are these little hooks, right? So they just fit on the side. Can you see that? Yeah. They just fit on the side. And here's what I'm thinking. If I'm deading a bush or a plant, I could hang a trash bag on here, and then I could put my trash scraps in there, so I don't have scraps all over my garden, because I don't love that, right? So I could put 2 on each side. I could put 2 on the bottom tier, 1 on each tier, 1 on the back side of a tier, and they just simply snap on. We're going outside to the garden. All right, you guys, so there's the cart, right? Look, it rolls very easily. I'm going to sit it beside that chair so you can see how tall it is. Actually, you could even put this, like if I were just trying to hide it, I could move that chair up a little bit and it would fit behind that chair. If you, for those of you who have a ton of hair care products, this could work in your bathroom for hair care products, your dryer, your flat irons, your combs, all your shampoos, all that type of stuff. So that's an idea you could use it for. You could use this for towels. You could use this to hold toilet paper. You could use this in your storage. If you have like overflow pantry stuffs, you could use this to hold different little things. If you were trying to make sure that you could get air to your potatoes and your onions, you could actually put this in a closed off dark space, because it has those holes to circulate the air, so you could preserve probably your potatoes and onions a little better if you didn't have one of those storage boxes, but a dark space and it has that free airflow, that would work as well. But again, because it has those little holy things, I'm about to roll myself right on outside. Look at that. Yes, indeed. to the garden we go. I need you to go behind there and pick. I can't reach some of those over there.
Okay, I'm gonna eat.
Tell sister I really need her out here picking veggies. Alrighty, you guys. So here I am out in my garden working my tomato patch. And I've got my little cart right here. I've got a couple bowls sitting on a couple of the tiers there. And here I am just using my little hook to hold my trash bag on, where I'm going to put just some discarded, trash from the tomato plant, where I was picking off just some dead spots. And Jackson comes in the back and help Mom because I just can't fit back there. That one tomato plant, we have 3 tomato plants there. No, we have 4. That one where Jackson and I are picking, it's not one that just stays where it is. It has grown outside of the cage. It has grown into the area of the zucchini. It's like a spreading one. I don't know what they would actually call those, but it doesn't just stay in one place and grow straight up the cage. It's grown out of the cage. And so, of course, we're out there picking as many of those ripe tomatoes off as we can. It's our grape tomato plant. And again, very versatile with the cart. It just moves as I move. And so I'm over there just picking dead leaves off of my house plants that I actually need to bring in the house. We did give them a good water, and so I'll be bringing those in the morning. And here we are, just a little bit more of an up close so that you can see how it's going to be helpful for me. See how if I'd gotten any dirt or anything like that, Alana could have just used that little hose and hosed it down for me, and it would have been just perfect. And those are my cucumbers are on the side of my pepper plants, and they're coming up pretty nice. I just was able to pick a radish, and then I had a few little hot peppers. I'm going to add those to my homemade pepperoncinis that I'm trying to make. So I add some of those hot peppers to give it a little bit of heat. And we actually had, last weekend, we had some of our jalapeno poppers, some jalapenos. We made jalapeno poppers from our garden. So, of course, here we are just finishing up the last of the garden chores and tasks. And I'm watering. Jackson is filling up cans. And Alana's just getting that bed watered. We don't have anything in there right now, but I'm going to replant it. And I was listening to Roots and Refuge, and she was talking about even if you have an empty bed, you still need to water so that that soil is not deficient when you go to water it again. So, yep, the dogs are enjoying their time outside. We're just finishing up our little watering tasks, and then we're going to head in and get supper started. Kids are really a great help in the garden. I'm happy to have them out there. Alrighty, y'all. So I'm back I'd done a couple things since I started filming in the garden. I came in, we cooked dinner, did my walk. Apple Watch caught 0 of it. Something's wrong with it, I don't know. So now that's going to make my streak off, but prayerfully it'll come back. I did a 50-minute walk outside. It's getting dark now. But we went and got all the things out of the garden that were necessary for us. And it really just helped me being able to put my bowl on that cart and be able to just kind of go around the yard without having to have this in my hand and that in my hand and wear my gloves. I can put my gloves on there. I can put my garden shears on there, my twine, all the things that I use in the garden instead of having to go back and forth to the bucket, because we have a bucket on the back porch that sits over there. Like, I can just have all my stuff with me. If I'm planting seeds, I can have my little kneeling pad. I can have my seeds. I can have my trowel. I can put my trowel on there. I can put my ruler on there or tape measure if I'm marking off, inches or what have you. So to me, it's worth it. It's worth it. I think it was $19.99. On the website, and I'll leave all that down in the description box below. So if you're interested in that, for whatever you're doing, like I said, most people I've seen had them in their laundry rooms between the washer and dryer, and you can put it in there. But I can see you can put hair care products, you can put stuff for your dog on there if you're a dog mom. You can put all their little stuff. If you do like grooming for them, you can put all their grooming materials, supplies, the little Dremel, any doggy treats that you use to keep them focused while you're doing that. Their brushes, nail clippers, all that kind of stuff. But for me, the garden is where I spend a good majority of my time when I'm not doing stuff, because I've been out of town, and I still have some gardening that I got to get done in the next couple of days. I want to get some more beans in the ground. I don't have enough in there just yet. So I'll be out there with my little rolly cart just rolling around, and our tomato plants are producing quite a lot. So I'm able to just kind of, you know, on that backside where Jackson was, I can't fit back there. Jackson fits much easier back there. Of course, I'm leaning over the fence, but at least I can get to stuff. Cucumbers are doing well. We have some, they're growing spines and vines. So I'm trying to train it to vine up the chicken wire instead of grabbing onto my peppers, which it's trying to do. So I've got a couple of those that are coming up really well. A couple that are not as well, but if I can get them to go up that chicken wire, then they will be able to hang when they start to produce fruit. So I do have, they look nice. The peppers are still doing very well. I still just have some blossom end rot, and I can't figure out how to not have that. Next year, I guess what I'll do is I will try to treat the soil ahead of time to see if that would help it. I'll do some more research to see. And then I've got some little bugs on my tomatoes. I got to figure out what they are. Not bugs, but Alana called it a wooden bug. It's kind of big, kind of looks like a, it's kind of big. They're not little tiny bugs. I got to figure out what it is. But they're not eating the tomatoes. The tomatoes seem to be fine, although we did have some drop off. I don't know. We're not keeping a good watch. The little grape tomatoes do very well. But I tried some big boys this year, and I see several of them have dropped down, and I don't know if I just missed them being ripe. But I'm going to try. I have some on there now that I'm trying not to miss at all to make sure that we are getting something produced from those. And we made the best dinner. I took some of those tomatoes and we roasted them in oil and Italian seasoning, a little bit of crushed red pepper flake, garlic, onion, all that. And we put a block of the cream cheese in the middle, and we let that do in the oven, 425, about 40 minutes. Gotta watch it. A little garlic. We were outside in the garden, and it beeped, and we were out there a few minutes too long, and it kind of got dark around the edges, but it gave the tomatoes a nice roast that made them very sweet. And so I did about half a box of the penne whole wheat pasta. We added in some ground chicken because we had some chicken left over. And then I added in some spinach and just mixed up that cream cheese and tomatoes with the garlic. And I mean, it tasted sweet. It was so good. And just tossed that with that pasta. Everybody had a little bit of a serving, and it was good. I just did a half a box of the whole wheat penne pasta. I didn't do a whole box, which is totally fine. And we just sprinkled a little Parmesan cheese on top. It was really good. So anywho, you guys give that cart a check and see if you like it. See if it would do anything for you in your space. I will leave all that link down in the description box below. Again, I never preview anything that I wouldn't buy myself, right? That is something I'm going to be using in my garden. It's going on the back porch. My back porch is covered, so I'm not worried about it getting messed up or anything like that. And it'll be perfect. But anywho, garden is doing good. Tomatoes, peppers, what I got, radishes. I pulled up a few radishes. You know, it's just our zucchini are popping through. We got a few beans coming up. So we got a couple things going on. We're going to have tomatoes for quite a while. So those are good. And it saves me $5, $6, $7, $8 at the grocery store. So I'll take it either which way. Anywho, there it is, you guys. I want to thank you so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.